Hello. So with cars, I agree with the idea that they are kind of lackluster, but I don't think the solution is putting less of them in the game or taking them out. I think that we need to beef the cars up and make them more of a threat because right now there's just not a lot you can do with them in general. So these are going to be a few ideas. For Saber, first thing I would change about cars in this game is I would make them really tanky, extremely tanky. If I were to take my sword out right now and go outside in a parking lot and start like stabbing and slashing at a car, at a metal car, I might scratch it or ding it up a bit, but I'm not really gonna do much to it at all. I'm not gonna somehow break the engine or anything like that. So that would be kind of my reasoning for cars should be tanky and they should be able to take a lot of damage. Another thing with cars is I think they should also do a lot of damage. I think if you hit someone at max speed, for example, depending on how fast the car is, you should take off like at least a quarter of their health and send them flying. Now, I don't think they have the capabilities to make your character go flying in the air based on the fact we can't even jump. But you can increase the damage output so that they're actually a threat. And let me just explain to you why I think this is a good idea. In the first few weeks, I saw a lot of interesting things with demons possessing cars and whatnot. And at first I assumed they did do a lot of damage. So I was kind of treating it like it was a bull and I was kind of just dodging out of the way, right? But that in itself, I think there's a combat loop there that is really fun and engaging. And when you dodge a car, assuming, you know, it's gonna damage you, it's actually really rewarding to dance around a car and play with it like that. And some of my favorite moments that stand out to me have been moments like that where I'm dodging cars. There was even one example where me and the other survivors on my team got in a car and we were driving away from the demon. The demon actually jumped in a car himself, pursued us. I guess his car was faster. He's pulled up beside us and like we're going top speed on the road, right? And he proceeded to turn into us and I guess the driver didn't know how to handle it. So the demon basically ran our car off the road and like we all crashed into trees and stuff. It was one of the highlights of this game, like completely one of the coolest moments. I don't know who that demon was, but I wasn't even mad. I was impressed by that move. That's just a cool thing to do. So that's a part of plays into kind of my argument is I think they need to do more with cars and kind of develop them more and make them more engaging because there is a whole combat loop to be had there that could be really fun, I think. I want cars to be extremely tanky. I don't want swords to be able to just put out a car in a few hits. I want them to also do a lot of damage so that they actually pose a threat, so that it's more rewarding for both the demon when they hit a survivor and the survivor when they dodge a car. I feel like it would be rewarding on both sides and it would be just fun. That's kind of the basis of a lot of my argument here, or my opinion. So you can imagine how I feel when I see the majority of the community asking for them to remove car spawns as a solution to the fact that cars are just not that engaging right now. On to the next subject about cars. I actually am of the opinion that there's not enough cars in some of the maps, and that there should be like a hashtag cars in every driveway kind of guy. Like I want more cars just parked. I think they should actually be parked in laneways. Kind of weird when they're just kind of parked on the middle of highways. So hopefully when they remove them, those are the ones they're removing first. It's a little weird, you know. I would recommend putting hitboxes on the tires. It would add meaning to the phrase, I don't know if you've heard it before, till the wheels fall off. Instead of trying to attack the metal chassis, the idea would be to shoot the tires out or stab the tires specifically. I think the way it should work is if you take one tire out, it affects the steering of the car. If you take 2 out, it like takes the speed down by half. If you take 3 out, maybe it brings it to a snail pace. And of course, you'd be able to move faster on foot. So that would be an alternate way to take out cars. That way they could get away with being more tanky. You could still kind of take them out a little bit by going after the tires. And I feel like that would just make sense and it would add a little realism to them. Give the demon more things to do with the car, more ways to possess it. For example, maybe if the demon has an option to possess a car with people in it, then he should have the option to lock the doors and like the survivors are stuck in there going for a joyride. Or you can kind of increase their fear that way, and maybe if you crash the car, they take a little bit of damage that way. Well, that's debatable, the damage thing, but I really do think like that should be a feature, because that happens in pretty much every car horror movie, including the TV show. So yeah, basically that's kind of my solution to cars, is to beef them up, make them tanky, make them tough, make them do damage, give the wheels hitboxes, so there's more than just one way to take them out. I think that's the solution to cars, is the car issue, is to just develop them a little bit more. If the demon is possessing them, the demon should have special combat moves. In this show, for example, the car can like do special finishers on characters. So it'd be cool if they could do something like that. And yeah, just kind of come up with different things that the demon can do with the car. Yeah, I think that's important. Maybe if there's 4 people in a car, the demon's not able to possess it, make the demon possess a different car. Try to get the demon to go, try to create like high-speed chases more. I want to see more of that, because once again, that was my favorite part, one of my highlights playing this game. I'd like to see that kind of simulated again and again, because it was just entirely a blast. And I'm saying this as the survivor who was in the car that got ran off the road. I hope I gave you a different angle or different ways to think about it, because I really think that if cars were more kind of engaging to use in this game, it would really give this game an edge that other games like it don't have. I mean, it already kind of does have a bit of an edge with the possession, stuff like that. This is something that's kind of bothered me about just the community, I guess, and like the fact that Saber's talking about removing them now. It just feels like it's really uninspired, and I would really like them to go the other way with the whole cars and car combat. In Kandar, I think there should be the Battle Delta. I think it should have big blades on it. So I just want like Saber to make it make sense, and for the community to also try to encourage Saber to continue developing the game. They had cars and they had like gargoyles and stuff from my last video. That would be like 3 different styles of play. I feel like those ideas just need a little bit of a push. There's a lot of fun to be had there. There's a lot of potential, and I would like to see it actualized. Dodging cars can be really, really fun because they're not hard to dodge. They're actually probably easier to dodge than it is to hit someone with it. If you want to have more fun, I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be more fun personally. If you disagree with me, feel free to give me your thoughts in the comments. I will read them and consider them. I may be stubborn at times, but you can change my mind if you come at me with actual counterpoints and actual individual thoughts that make sense and have logic to them. Anyway, just to let you know where I stand, because I don't see a lot of other people making these arguments, and I feel like they need to be made by somebody. Hence, you know, that's why I made this video. Yeah, so again, if you like the video, feel free to leave a like. If you dislike it, feel free to leave a dislike if you want to do that. And if you have any other comments, if you think I left anything out, please let me know in the comments section, and I'll try to respond to every comment I can. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Take it easy.
What do?